Hey everyone, welcome back to the Plain English Podcast, your place for daily English listening and speaking practice. I'm Emily.
And I'm David. We're really happy you're here learning with us today. If you're new to this podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you can hear our daily English conversations and lessons.
So, David, I want to tell you something interesting. One of our listeners recently left a comment on our channel.
Oh, really? That's great. What did the listener say?
The listener asked, "Can you please make a lesson about the word literally?"
That's actually a perfect topic. I feel like people use the word literally all the time in English conversations.
Exactly. In fact, I think I literally use that word in almost every sentence when I'm speaking casually.
And that right there is exactly why we need today's episode.
Wait a second. Did I just use it wrong?
Not exactly wrong, but the way people use literally today can be a little confusing.
So today, we're going to talk about the word literally, a small word that literally confuses a lot of English learners.
See, you just used it again.
Used what again?
You said literally confuses a lot of learners, but does it really confuse every single learner in the world?
Well, maybe not every single person, but it definitely feels like that sometimes.
And that feeling is the key to today's lesson. Today, we're going to understand the difference between the real meaning of literally and the way people use it in everyday English.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I'm ready to learn. Please explain it to me.
Let's begin with the original meaning of the word literally.
Yes, the meaning you find in the dictionary.
Exactly. When something happens literally, it means the words are completely true. There is no exaggeration and no imagination.
So, it means something happened exactly the way the words describe it.
Right. For example, if I say, I literally ran 10 miles this morning.
Then it means you actually ran 10 miles. Not 8 miles, not 9 miles, but exactly 10 miles.
Yes, in this case, the statement is completely true and factual.
So, literally means something is 100% real.
Exactly. Here's another example. The building was literally on fire.
That means there was a real fire in the building. There were flames, smoke, maybe even firefighters coming to help.
Right. It's not a joke or an exaggeration. The building truly had a fire.
Let me try another example. I literally have $3 in my wallet.
That means if you open your wallet right now, we would see exactly $3 inside.
Yes, $1, $2, $3. No more and no less.
So, when we use literally in its original meaning, we're telling the truth exactly as it is.
No exaggeration, no drama, just the real situation.
Perfect. That is the true meaning of literally.
But now comes the interesting part.
Yes, the part that makes English a little funny sometimes.
Because in everyday conversations, people often use literally in a completely different way.
That's right. In modern casual English, people often use literally to exaggerate something.
Which means they use it to make something sound stronger, bigger, or more dramatic.
Exactly. For example, imagine I say, I'm literally dying of laughter.
But you're not actually dying, right?
No, of course not. I'm just laughing a lot because something is very funny.
So in that case, literally just means really or extremely.
Right. People use it to show strong emotion.
Here's another example. I'm literally starving.
But are you actually starving?
No, I probably just skipped lunch and now I'm very hungry.
Exactly. You're not in danger, you're just hungry.
But saying literally starving makes the feeling sound stronger and more dramatic.
That's why people say it in casual conversations.
Here's another common sentence. This is literally the best pizza I've ever had.
Now the question is it truly the #1 pizza of your entire life?
Maybe, but sometimes people just mean the pizza tastes really, really good.
Exactly. They use literally to show excitement.
So now we understand something important.
Yes, the word literally has two different uses.
The first meaning is the true and exact meaning.
And the second meaning is the dramatic, everyday meaning, which people use to exaggerate.
And that's why this little word can be confusing for English learners.
But once you understand both meanings, it becomes much easier to recognize.
And you'll start noticing it everywhere in movies, podcasts, and everyday conversations.
Exactly. And that's how real English works.
So, David, when I said earlier that this pizza is literally the best, I wasn't really saying it's the best pizza ever in the world.
Right, Emily. It's really good pizza, but probably not the best ever.
Exactly. But in that moment, it feels like the best pizza I've ever had. And that's where the word literally comes in. It adds that feeling, makes it sound more intense.
So what you're saying is that literally doesn't mean literally anymore.
Yes, I know that sounds confusing at first, but the thing is, language changes. Language evolves over time. Words don't always stay the same.
But is that actually okay? Is it correct to use literally that way?
Well, that's a big debate. Some people, language experts, teachers, and writers, they say that literally should only mean actually or for real. They don't like the exaggeration use at all.
Ah, the strict people.
Yes, the strict people. But other people say that language belongs to everyone. If millions of English speakers use literally to mean really or extremely, then that has become a real meaning too.
So basically, both sides have a point.
Exactly. And here's the proof. Even dictionaries now include both meanings.
Wait, really?
Yes. If you look up literally in a modern dictionary, you'll see two definitions.
Which are...
Definition 1, in a literal manner. Exactly what the words say, the original meaning.
Got it. And definition 2.
Definition 2, used for emphasis, not meant to be taken literally.
So the dictionary literally lists two opposite meanings for the same word.
Exactly. And that's completely normal in English. Many words have multiple meanings, sometimes even opposite ones. This is called language evolution.
Wow, my brain is doing a little dance right now. This is fascinating.
So let's organize it. There are actually 3 ways to use literally.
3? I thought there were only 2.
Yes, there's a third one that most English learners don't know, but it's super useful. Let me explain all 3.
I'm ready.
Okay, way number 1, the original meaning, something actually true, not an exaggeration.
For example,
I literally walked for 2 hours this morning. That means I really walked for exactly 2 hours. Not 1 hour, not 3 hours, exactly 2.
got it. Another example.
She literally speaks 5 languages. That means she truly speaks 5 languages. Count them, 5.
And the store literally closes at 9.
Exactly. Not 8:55, not around 9, exactly 9 o'clock.
So that's the first way. Literally as proof, you can show evidence if someone challenges you.
Exactly. Now, way number 2, the exaggeration or emphasis meaning. This is where most people use it in casual conversation.
Like when someone says, I literally can't even.
Yes, that's a very popular one. It means you feel so overwhelmed or shocked that you can't even process it.
The traffic was literally insane today.
Was it really insane? No, not losing its mind, but it was really, really bad.
I literally died when she said that.
Obviously, you didn't die, but you were so shocked or embarrassed that it felt extreme.
So this is the feelings literally, where you express a very strong emotion.
Yes, and we can call the first one proof literally, the second one feelings literally. I like these names. They make it easy to remember.
And the third way?
This one is interesting. Way number 3, using literally to clarify that you mean the real thing, because the expression could be mistaken as a figure of speech.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Think about the expression break a leg.
Yes, it usually means good luck, right?
Exactly. But if I say, I literally broke my leg, I am clarifying that I actually injured my leg, not just wishing someone luck.
Ah, so this way literally removes ambiguity and makes sure people understand you mean the real thing.
Yes, and that's why it's so useful, especially for learners.
Wow. 3 ways to use literally: proof literally, feelings literally, and clarifying literally.
Exactly. Once you understand these 3, you'll never be confused about literally again.
And you'll start noticing it everywhere in movies, podcasts, and real-life conversations.
Yes, this little word is everywhere, but now you know exactly how it works in English.
Right, David. So if someone says, I broke my leg, you might think they mean something happened, maybe a bad performance or a problem, but not literally their bone.
Exactly. But if they say, I literally broke my leg, then it means they actually physically broke the bone in their leg.
Yes, literally here is saying, I know this sounds like an expression, but I mean the real thing.
Like if I say, my heart was literally racing.
Not just nervous or excited, your actual heartbeat was fast. You could feel it pounding in your chest.
Or, the meeting was literally a disaster.
Not just a bad meeting. Something actually went terribly wrong. Someone spilled coffee on the laptop. The presentation crashed. A real disaster.
So this third way of using literally is like saying, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating, this really happened.
Yes, it's the no, I mean for real, literally. You're removing any doubt about what actually happened.
So to summarize, we have 3 main ways to use literally.
The proof literally, the feelings literally, and the no, really for real literally.
And honestly, way 1 and way 3 are very similar. The difference is that way 3 is used specifically when the situation could be misunderstood because the expression already has a figurative meaning.
Exactly. This is so clear. Now, let's give some more real-life examples and see if you can guess which type each one is.
Quiz time. I literally spent $300 on groceries today.
That's type 1, the proof literally. They actually spent $300. You could check the receipt if you wanted.
Right. Here's another one. I literally cannot stop watching this show.
Ah, that's type 2, the feelings literally. They aren't physically unable to stop. They just really love it and feel addicted.
Exactly. Perfect. Here's one more. When she told me the news, I literally jumped.
This one is interesting. It could be type 1 if she actually jumped off the ground, or type 2 if she was really surprised but didn't physically jump very high.
And that's the beautiful thing. Without more context, we don't always know. And that's okay. In real conversations, the situation usually makes it clear which one is meant.
So, how do you know which meaning someone intends?
Context, tone of voice, and the situation. For example, if Lily says, I literally jumped when I saw the spider.
She probably actually jumped because spiders are scary.
But if someone says, I literally jumped for joy when I got the promotion.
That's probably type 2, feelings literally. They were very excited, but they probably didn't literally jump very high.
Exactly. Context does all the work.
And your gut feeling helps too. In the moment, you just know which meaning fits.
That's how native speakers do it. It's instinct. And the more you listen and practice, the more your instinct develops.
Okay, now let's talk about mistakes people make with literally.
Good idea. There are some ways people use literally that can sound a little strange or even funny.
Hit me with the first one.
Mistake number 1, using literally with something that is clearly impossible.
Like what?
I literally turned into a tomato.
Right. Obviously, you didn't become a real tomato.
Exactly. Some people say this is fine in casual speech. It's just type 2 exaggeration, literally.
Yes, and in very casual conversations, people sometimes say things like this just to be funny or dramatic.
But if you're learning English, it's good to know that literally in its original or third meaning should always match reality.
Right. That way you'll sound correct and natural when speaking with native speakers.
And that's the magic of literally. It's small, but it has so many ways to express truth, exaggeration, or clarity.
But David, there's one thing to remember. Sometimes using literally can sound a bit too much.
Yes, exactly. If you're learning English, it's usually safer to use literally with things that could really happen, even if you exaggerate a little.
For example, I could say I literally turned red. That's possible.
Right, but if you say I literally turned into a tomato, that's a lot. Too extreme.
So the key is to keep it believable-ish for now.
Yes, as you get more comfortable with English, you'll start to feel when extreme exaggeration works, especially for humor.
Got it. What about mistake number 2?
Ah, yes, using literally too many times in a conversation.
Oh, like when someone says, I literally do that literally all the time.
Exactly, that's the problem. If every sentence has literally, it loses its power.
Right, it stops meaning anything.
Exactly. Literally works best when you save it for moments that really need emphasis.
Like a spice in cooking.
Yes, I love that analogy. Too much spice and you can't taste the food. The right amount makes it perfect.
So literally is like a spice. I love that.
Yes, I can feel it in my chest like a little light bulb turning on.
Okay, mistake number 3.
Using literally in formal writing.
Ah, yes, you shouldn't do that. In essays, reports, work emails, or formal documents, using literally for exaggeration sounds unprofessional.
Exactly. Save exaggeration literally for spoken English or casual texts.
So in formal writing, you should only use the real, actual meaning of literally.
Right. For example, the project literally cost $2 million is perfect in a report. It's factual.
But if you write, I literally cannot handle this deadline in a work email, it sounds too casual.
So we can remember this rule. Formal equals real meaning only. Casual equals all 3 types of literally.
Perfect. And what about the word figuratively?
Ah, good question. Figuratively is basically the opposite of literally.
Exactly. Figuratively means not really. It's like a figure of speech.
For example, figuratively speaking, the project was a sinking ship.
Right. The project wasn't actually a ship and it wasn't actually sinking. It's a metaphor.
But here's the honest truth. Almost nobody says figuratively in casual conversation.
Nobody. It sounds very formal, very textbook.
Exactly. People usually just say literally, and the context tells you which meaning they intend.
Poor figuratively, it lives in the library somewhere, reading alone.
Yes, but in everyday English, literally does all the heavy lifting.
So figuratively is the formal opposite of literally. It means not really, metaphorically, or symbolically.
And most people will understand you perfectly if you use it. It just sounds a little academic.
Good to know it exists. I'll keep it in my back pocket.
Okay, now let's do some practice. I'll give you situations and you tell me how to use literally.
Let's go.
You studied all night for an exam. You're exhausted. How do you describe it?
I literally studied all night. That's type 1, the proof literally. I really did study from evening until morning.
Perfect. Next one. Your favorite band comes to your city. You're so excited. How do you tell your friend?
I'm literally so excited I can't sleep. That's type 2, feelings literally. I'm expressing how strong my excitement is.
Exactly. You're exaggerating your emotion to show just how much you care.
Okay, last one for now. You're running late and you literally ran all the way to the bus stop.
That would be type 1, proof literally. You actually ran. Someone could check and see you were really moving fast.
Yes, so practice, context, and tone of voice are key to using literally correctly.
Exactly. And as you keep listening and speaking English, you'll start to develop a natural feel for it.
Okay, David, let's continue with our examples. If I say, I'm literally so excited I probably could sleep, what type is that?
That's type 2, emphasis literally. You're exaggerating your feelings. You probably could sleep, but you want your friend to know just how excited you are.
Exactly. And here's another one. Imagine I told my friend, I could eat a horse, and they looked at me confused. I want to explain.
Ah, yes, you'd say something like, oh, I don't literally mean eat a horse. I just mean I'm very, very hungry.
Right. Which type is that?
That's type 3, clarifying literally. You're making sure your listener understands it's not the real meaning.
I love that. You can use literally and not literally to be clear. Saying, I don't literally mean that is so useful in English.
Exactly. Okay, last example in this set. Jake tells you he ran a marathon.
Did he literally run a marathon or did he just go for a really long jog?
You'd need more context to know for sure.
Right. So you ask, Jake, did you literally run a marathon, like 26 miles?
And if he says yes, that's type 1, proof literally. He actually ran the full 26 miles.
But knowing Jake, he probably just jogged around the block and called it a marathon. Poor guy.
Poor Jake indeed. One more example. Imagine you're at work and a meeting lasts 3 hours.
3 hours? My back hurts just thinking about it. How do I tell a coworker?
You could say, that meeting was literally 3 hours long. That's type 1, proof literally. It actually lasted 3 hours.
But what if the meeting was only 45 minutes and it just felt endless?
Then you'd say, that meeting literally lasted forever. That's type 2, feelings literally. It didn't literally last forever, but it felt like it.
See how the same person can switch between type 1 and type 2 in the same conversation?
Exactly. Depending on the situation, that's very natural in English.
Okay, quick question for our listeners. Have you ever heard someone use literally in a funny way? Like, I literally died.
Pause the podcast for a second. Think of one example. Even if no one else is listening, try saying it out loud.
Let's talk about some common phrases with literally. These are phrases you'll hear all the time in English.
For example, I literally can't.
Yes, very popular. It means I'm overwhelmed, I'm done, I just can't handle this anymore.
Like, did you see that video? I literally can't.
Exactly. You're so amused or shocked that words fail you.
Another one, literally the best.
This is literally the best day of my life. Probably not the actual best day ever, but it feels amazing at that moment.
Yes, or literally no one. Literally no one asked for your opinion.
A dramatic way to say nobody.
Or literally just, like, I literally just got here.
Meaning you arrived very recently, maybe 1 minute ago. That's often type 1, proof literally, because it really just happened.
Another one, literally dead.
Like, that joke had me literally dead. Very, very funny, but obviously not actually deceased. The exaggeration is the fun part.
And one more classic, I literally forgot everything.
Yes, like before an exam when your mind goes completely blank.
Exactly. You studied for hours, walk into the room, and your brain is like, sorry, we're closed, gone fishing.
Yes, I literally forgot everything. That's type 2, feelings literally. You didn't literally forget everything, but it felt like it.
So with these phrases, context and feeling are what make the meaning clear.
Exactly. And that's why understanding the 3 types of literally, proof, feelings, and clarifying is so useful. And one more classic example? Literally the worst.
Yes, like that movie was literally the worst.
Now, we're not saying it's the worst movie ever made in the history of cinema, but it felt really, really bad in that moment.
Exactly. Your brain ranks it at the bottom for that moment. The emotion is real even if the ranking isn't scientific.
I noticed something. Most of these examples are type 2, the exaggeration type.
Great observation, Emily. In casual English, most uses of literally are indeed type 2. Emphasis and exaggeration. That's the most common way people use it in real conversations.
So if I'm listening to a native speaker and they say literally, most of the time they mean really, really, or I want you to feel how strongly I feel about this.
Exactly. Your ears get trained to pick up the emphasis.
I'll be listening for it everywhere now.
You definitely will, especially from younger speakers.
All right, David, it's vocabulary time. Let's lock these words in.
Yes. First up, literally.
Literally.
Literally has 2 main meanings.
Meaning 1, exactly, actually, for real.
Meaning 2, really, very, used for strong emphasis.
For example, I literally ran for an hour. My legs are exhausted.
Right, that could be either meaning. Context is what tells us which one.
Next word, figuratively.
Figuratively.
Figuratively is the opposite of literally. It means not really. It's a figure of speech or metaphor.
Like, figuratively speaking, the company is a sinking ship.
Exactly. The company isn't actually a ship. It's a metaphor.
Next, exaggerate.
Exaggerate.
exaggerate. To make something sound bigger or more extreme than it really is.
For example, he always exaggerates his stories.
Yes, his stories sound bigger than what really happened.
Next word, emphasize.
Emphasize.
emphasize. To give extra importance or attention to something.
Like, she emphasized the word literally in her sentence.
Right, she said it louder or with more feeling to make it stand out.
Next, actual.
Actual.
Actual. Real, true, not imagined or exaggerated.
Like, what's the actual time? Or is that the actual price?
Exactly, the real one, the true one.
And last word, genuine.
Genuine.
Genuine. Real, authentic, not fake.
Like, she gave a genuine smile.
A real smile, not fake. She really felt happy.
So those are our 6 vocabulary words today. Literally, figuratively, exaggerate, emphasize, actual, and genuine.
And don't forget the 3 ways to use literally.
1. Proof literally, actually true.
2. Emphasis and exaggeration, type 2.
3. Know for real literally, clarifying you mean the real thing.
And the spice rule.
Don't overuse it. Use it like a spice, just enough to add flavor.
All right, that was a great talk about literally.
Now a question for our listeners. Tell us in the comments what's the most dramatic thing you've heard someone say with literally.
We can't wait to read your answers. And remember, practice makes perfect. Keep listening, speaking, and using literally in your own English.